What's up, guys? We're about to go get a mission for my car because I failed my emissions test. So we're just about to go re-drive down to the auto shop to see if I can get it retested to see if I pass this time, since I put a few more miles back onto my car. So that's what we're about to go do. So let's go. It's been quite rainy the past week. Like all last week and this week, or maybe it started on the weekend. So that's probably why it feels like it's been raining all last week. But I think it started on the weekend, and then the past 2 days, it's been raining non-stop, and it's only Tuesday. So yeah, it's been a little groggy. And when it's groggy, you know, I feel like my mood is always when it's groggy outside. But it was kind of sunny yesterday, so hopefully the sun kind of comes out a little bit today. But hopefully when we get to the auto shop, they don't need the emissions paper that I got when I got the emissions, because I don't have it, and it's 2:44. So we're about to drive down there, and then we're gonna run a few errands, and then we're gonna call it a day. But again, like how I told y'all in the last video, I'm just trying to get used to holding the camera and get used to talking to you guys a little bit more, and then I'll work on the other side of filming and content, and you know, engaging in the psychological chemistry that goes into crafting these videos when conversations are being had. But right now I'm trying to get a little bit more comfortable with talking to myself with the camera in front of my face, and learning and understanding my angles, and just talking and not forcing it to the point to where I'm not really being authentically myself. So we're about to go to the auto shop. That is probably like a good 30-minute drive. So I will see you guys when we get there and let you guys know what I have to do and what's going on. So I kind of want to go on a little rant about entrepreneurship. You know, like, entrepreneurship is hard, and I feel like a lot of people, they try to make it seem like it's so easy and all you have to do is do this and do that and yada this and yada that. And I've been going through the highs and lows of entrepreneurship for about at least a good 3-4 years, and it's been difficult. It's been so hard for me to get off the ground, and it's always one thing after another. Even if I do go and get a job or something of that nature, I'll have a job for a short period of time, and then I'll lose it because of something that has transpired in my life that causes me to not be able to work there anymore, you know? And it's completely out of my control. So a lot of the times, I feel like a lot of people would be like, oh, well, if I was in your shoes, I would do this, or I would do that. And that's understandable. But 9 times out of 10, I probably already did the thing that people are saying that they would do, you know? So that's just kind of why I feel like when it comes down to advice and looking for advice and looking for people to, like, I don't know, I feel like when people go looking for advice, I feel like you're kind of looking for validation, or you're looking for like you're looking for someone to kind of co-sign how you feel and agree with how you feel, you know? And me, that's just kind of why I don't like to look for advice or even ask people for advice, because I'm not looking for someone to co-sign how I feel, or to validate how I feel, or validate something that I'm doing to make me feel like that's the right thing for me, because they don't know what's right for me. You know, I only know myself, you know? And even if somebody does know me, they only know bits and pieces. Like, everybody has skeletons, and I feel like people can still be hiding bits and pieces of who they are at the end of the day, regardless if you feel like you know that person completely, you know? I just feel like there's no way that you could really 1,010% know somebody. And that's just me. That's me. You can always get blindsided by any point, at any point, and at any time. So it's just kind of like you always have to look out for yourself and keep your head on a swivel, because unpredictability is the name of the game, and it just happens. Like, life is so unpredictable, so you just can never be so sure. And that's literally my rant on entrepreneurship. Life is so unpredictable to the point to where it's like I've been pushing both of my brands, my clothing brand, my water brand, and a lot of the times I just don't understand how I look at other people and they surpass me in a shorter period of time. Maybe it's because they have more resources or because they know more people, but even then it's like you still have to put in the work. You can only know so many people. That doesn't mean everyone that you know is going to support. You know, it's the same thing with the resources. You can have so many resources, but that doesn't mean every resource is going to benefit you. So again, at the end of the day, it's just very difficult. And me doing this for about 3 years, I've just been, there's only so many ideas that I can do, like, you know what I'm saying, and that I can come up with, you know. When you're doing the social media stuff, you only have so much and so much leg room to do so much. But it's like, after you done did everything, then what? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what else can you what else can you do? So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. And it's just a little difficult for me right now. It's a little difficult. And I wish I had more support. I wish I had more resources and more opportunity for growth. But it's the name of the game, and I don't want to sit here and try to make it seem like I deserve X, Y, and Z over anybody else who's doing the same thing that I'm doing. That's not the case. It's just, I just want a little bit of grace, you know, because it's just like, okay, like, I've been pushing, I've been fighting, I've been doing this for about 3 years, and I've had a little grace over the years, but I feel like I should be way further ahead. Like, there should be no reason why I'm still stuck in the same loop when I first kind of started within the first year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there hasn't been any growth. And that's all I'm saying. I feel like, at least with other people, you can kind of see the growth and the difference in between when they first started to where they are now. And my growth and the difference, I just don't really see too much of it. But again, like how I said, it's me doing everything, and I'm running both brands. It's me doing everything by myself. So again, there's only so much that I can come up with by myself and do by myself until I need resources, until I need another brain, until I need help. And yeah, it's just been, it's been hard for me. It's been hard. And then also, to another thing, it's like a lot of people will say things and then they don't follow through on it. I've had a lot of people who I've networked with, a lot of people who were supposed to like help me out with certain resources or opportunities, and it fell through. Or I've shipped clothing items to people and they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Or it's just, I've done deals with people and it's like I'm going out of my way, I'm shipping things to people who are supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and then they're not doing it. So it's just kind of like, that puts me in like a weird place, because now it's like you just took from me, and that comes out of my pocket, and people don't understand that. But it's like, you know, people want to sit here and say, oh yeah, I can help you with that. And it's like, a lot of these people, I don't even go looking for them, they come to me. So again, it's just kind of like, it's just like, sometimes it's just like a slap in the face. Sometimes it's like, you want people to take you serious and you want to be taken serious, but it's like people just kind of play in your face. And it's like, this is serious. Like, my name is on this. Like, not only that, but I'm investing into this. So this is very much so serious. But people don't look at it like that. I don't know why, but they don't. And there's nothing I can do. I just have to move on, and I can't dwell in what didn't work out or be upset about what didn't work out, because that would just send me into like a frenzy of a spiral and maybe depression. And I don't want to be put into that type of state, because once you get into that state, you start overanalyzing everything, and then it's like now you mentally can't even operate how you used to operate, because you're worried that you can't trust people. And I don't want it to come down to that. And I know eventually, after a while, I need to set better boundaries and not just take people's word for it when we are conversing and talking and, networking. But at the end of the day, I think everybody who's an entrepreneur can vouch and say that, it's very hard. It's very up and down, and the creative aspect and the blood and sweat and tears that goes into the state of being an entrepreneur is quite difficult. It's difficult, and it looks cool on social media, but that's about it. People don't understand what goes on behind the scenes. And just because you have a good product, just because you want something to do its thing, that doesn't mean that it is. And that does not mean that people are going to take it seriously. And that's just how it is. It's just the world of, being an entrepreneur. And we are here at the emissions place, y'all. We just arrived, and we are about to get our car checked out. We are about to get it checked out, baby. We are here. As you guys can see, the emissions sign. Emissions. I was here not too long ago, so we're gonna go in and see what they are talking about for this emissions test, and if they remember me. So gonna get myself situated, grab my stuff out of the car, gonna grab my bag, my wallet, all that good stuff. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because I don't want to be sitting here for forever, but I did bring my computer just in case, because that sometimes happens. I don't even think the same people are here. So I wonder how they're going to be able to look up my information, but we'll see when I walk in. Alright guys, so in and out that quick. I ended up passing this time, so that is a good thing. I'm happy that I passed, because last time I didn't pass, so I couldn't get my tag. So now we have to go get a new tag after the one that I had, because I got the tag that I had gotten the tag that I had gotten was just a 30-day temporary tag until I could see if I could put a little bit more miles on my car to see if I can get to see if I can come back and see if I pass the emissions. So that's what ended up happening. So I got the emissions the first time, and then I failed, so I couldn't get my tag. So I had to go back to the DMV and get a temporary tag. And then once I got the temporary tag, I had to drive my car around for a little bit so I wouldn't get pulled over, but I ended up getting pulled over, so it is what it is. I got pulled over 3 times. But luckily I had the temporary tag, so I mean, I didn't get a ticket, but the first time I got a ticket, so that was why I had to go get the temporary tag, because I failed the emissions test. But now I passed. So I passed, and after the 30 days of the tag that I have now, the temporary tag, I'm going to get the new one, and I believe that is going to be $25. But yeah, it's just a lot of money dishing out, because before my car was in the impound. So now we got it out of the impound. It's life, man. So get that situated, and yeah, I'm on my merry way, and we moving on. You know what I'm saying? We moving on. And then I do believe I have to get a few new tires. I have to get like 1 or 2 tires, I believe. And then I have to get my windshield fixed, because that sucker is cracked. Not badly, but I do need to get it fixed. So after I get it fixed, then I can go on my merry little way. But it's really just all about me getting it fixed. So once I do get it fixed, then I'm good. Because like how I said, I got pulled over for that, and I'm like, I had a crack in my windshield for months. This has been that crack has been there for like almost 8 months, and I've never gotten pulled over before. And the cop pulled me over for that, and then I got pulled over again, and I'm like, is it because I'm black? No, I'm kidding. I was literally sitting there like, is it because I'm black? Knowing that it wasn't probably because I was black, but it is what it is. But now we're driving to, well, I should have went to the grocery store right there, because it was a Kroger right there, but it's okay. We're just gonna go to the Kroger down there, which is fine. I was supposed to go to that one, but we'll just go to this one. But yeah, this is the crack in the windshield that I got pulled over for. So it's not like too big. I've seen worse. It's pretty big, but I've seen worse. It's been like that though. It's, again, like how I said, it's been like that for like 8 months. So when he pulled me over, I was just kind of like, okay. But prior to that, I've already gotten pulled over 2 times. And the first time I got pulled over was because of my tag. But I already knew that it was expired, you know what I'm saying? I was just going to get my emissions. But because it failed, it's like, well, I'm trying to get my life together, my emissions failed. So my emissions failed on my way driving back home from my failed emissions. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to go back home. But I told the cop, I'm like, I failed. Like, and I just got my car out of the impound. So he's like, oh, well, I can total it again. I'm like, bro, like, I'm trying to get my life together. And you know that. You see it. Like, I even showed him the information. And he's like, well, you got to go get a temporary one. And that's what I ended up doing. So I got a temporary tag. I have to go to court now and fight it in court. But yeah, and then now I have to go get the new one. But I'm not going to get it until after this one expires, you know, because it's like, why? What's the point? What's the point? Just keep it on there for 30 days. When those 30 days pass, then I'll go get a new one. But 30 days hasn't passed yet, so I'm not going to worry about it until the 30 days pass. Once they pass, then I will go take my merry butt up to the DMV office and get a brand new one. But as of right now, I'm not going to take my merry butt up into the DMV because I don't need to do all of that. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? Leverage. It's called leverage. It's called leverage. It's called leverage. But yeah, I have to make sure I make it to that court date now. So that's the only thing. But I will talk to y'all when I get to Kroger, because I am not trying to get pulled over, and the cops be copping over here in this area. They like to bother you. So I'm talk to y'all when I get to my destination. Bye. Nice for us. Hi. How are you? Okay. That's good. Pants are falling. I think I know which one's these ones right here. Alright. We got what we needed, y'all.
Welcome, valued customer. Place your item on the desk. If you have your shopper's card, scan it now.
It was cool. Once you get started,
Remember to take your receipt. If you are finished scanning, thank you. Your total is $2.76. If you have coupons, press coupon. Otherwise, select your method of payment. Remember to take your receipt and your change. Thank you. Welcome, valued customer. If you are finished,
All right, guys, we're on our way back home. We just left the grocery store and I am now back home. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.